Jackson today, but we have Ramona Shelburne, the proudest Stanford graduate I know. And Momo, I'm taking care of you right out of the gate.
I know.
Right out of the gate. From your glory days as a Stanford softball player in the College World Series to the multi-time award-winning best basketball player on the women's side to ever come out of Stanford, Cameron Brink joins us now. Cameron, thank you for doing this. How are you?
Hello. Thank you. I'm so good. Thank you for having me.
All right. Now let's go, Cam. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo!
All right, so let's see if you guys have the same
No one else wants to go with me? Okay.
Momo, what was your favorite part about being an athlete at Stanford?
I love being. Well, first of all, you show up at Stanford. Welcome to the show, Cameron Brink, number two overall pick from the Los Angeles Sparks. At least for me, Cam, it was the fact that like you'd show up and roll up, and you're like, oh, that girl just won a gold medal in swimming. Oh,
yeah,
like that like that guy just is on the men's water polo team that won a World Series, that won a gold medal. Like it's like as good as our teams were, like you and women's basketball, us and softball. It's like you just turn around and there's Olympians and medalists, and then you go back to your dorm and some dude is starting Google and. Right?
Cam, did you have a similar experience?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's such a humbling place, and it's so inspiring because there's so many people that are just the best of the best. And so she's right that you're sitting next to the next Nobel Peace Prize winner. So there's a bit of that imposter syndrome, and I think that's really what's helped me grow. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah.
And I'm just so glad I made that decision.
Cam, for me, it was like it's interesting. I try to distill it down into one thing, which is so much in our lives we kind of get told like that's going to be hard to do, or that's going to be hard to pull off. And then when I was at Stanford, at least for those 4 years, and right, I don't know, you get back into the real world, you're just around people who think they can actually pull off things, like big things in the world, right? Like John Ireland's favorite saying is "Why not?" Right? And I think that you have that optimism, you have that self-confidence when you're at Stanford.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think you're just like I said before, you're surrounded by such positive, impactful people in a great place in the country. Can't get, I'm so glad I'm still in California. Can't get, tired of the weather, but it's really, truly a blessing. Nothing short of a blessing.
So for people who don't know, Cameron, as Ramona mentioned, was the second pick in the WNBA draft by the Sparks, right behind Caitlin Clark, who she knows. And Cam grew up around the Currys. And Cameron, I'll let you tell the story. It started with your mom and Sonia Curry, right? They were friends before any of the kids were even born, right?
Yeah, correct. So my mom, Michelle Bain Brink, was roommates with Sonia, and that's kind of how their friendship has started. So they've been friends for over 30 years. And then my dad also played on the men's basketball team with Dell. So it's just kind of a funny overlap. And, ever since we've known them. We've been with each other all the time, and just, super thankful to be associated with them. They're family to me, so I'm just very, very blessed to know them.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten from Steph?
I think it was recently where, I was, the draft was just about to happen, and, you feel overwhelmed. It's a really stressful, kind of crazy environment. And he just said to really enjoy all of it. And, people are pulling you so many different directions, and you have to do media after. And, there's so many asks of you. So just to find the joy in it and to just bring your best self to every moment. Because it's kind of easy to get frustrated, to be exhausted, to just get caught up in all of that. But to just make it fun and remember that, you get to do this for a living. So it's a privilege.
Cam, one of the things first of all, you get drafted by the Sparks, and then they also take your teammate at number 4, Rakia Jackson, and it's like you guys are just thrust into this. Okay, you're our top picks, and now you're the face of our franchise. Like that's a lot to put on you right out the chute as a rookie. How do you approach just the expectations that the Sparks have, especially a franchise that this is Lisa Leslie and Candace Parker and Neko Gumake? Like this is a pretty big baton to take a hold of.
Yeah, I think any situation you're in, you can put pressure on yourself. For me, there really is no pressure. I think I'm just going to do what I love to do, which is play basketball. Ricky is the same. We've talked to each other a lot. We know that this is a rebuilding year, but, we're bringing excitement, I guess, to a little bit. But, we have all these amazing vets and De'Erica Hamby, Linda Clarendon, Lexi Brown. So I think I have a lot of, solace knowing that I don't have to do it on my own. Ricky and I, it's not us. It's all of us. And we all go out there every single night, and it's a collective effort. And that's what makes it really fun.
Cameron Brink is our guest, number 1 draft pick of the Sparks, and she won a game on defense the other night.
Yeah.
Cam, I know it's great to get a game-winning shot. I'm sure there's nothing like it. What's it like to win a game on a block? Is that just as good?
I mean, for me, yeah, I love defense. That's what I hang my hat on. You don't know, like, everything, could have went sideways. I could have fouled her. She could have gotten an and one. So I'm just glad I stayed straight up. But yeah, I mean, there was multiple plays before that helped get us ahead. Kia getting to the free throw line, Lexi Brown hitting both her free throws. So I don't know, like, people are saying game winning. I think I just was there at the right time. But, I hang my hat on my defense, so it felt good for sure.
You got to get a little Matumbo finger wag, too, if you're going to, because I feel like that is going to be.
Yeah, but not as a rookie.
Yeah, not as a rookie. You're right, you're right.
She does that as a rookie, and Diana Taurasi will give her the stare of death.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, Cam, I have so many things I want to ask you, but I'll start with this. You are part of the first generation of college athletes who had name, image, and likeness money available to them, those kind of branding deals, and like I follow you on Instagram and Twitter and all that stuff, and it's a lot as a college student to. I mean, I'm sure it's nice to make income, but it's also a lot to handle as a businesswoman at your age. How did you juggle that, and how did it change your frame from when there was no NIL to when there was?
Yeah, I've said this a lot. I think it's just who you surround yourself with. It takes a village. So I'm just glad I've had my parents, my agency, CAA. I have the best agent Mitch Nathan, all my people. Without them, it's really not possible to get a degree at Stanford and play Division I basketball. So it's just I've been lucky enough to be surrounded by amazing people, and they take the load for me.
All right, so Cam, I want you to do me a favor and just promise me you'll be honest with your opinion on this next one, okay?
All right.
I have an idea.
I'll think about it.
Okay, Cameron, I have an idea for a New Balance commercial. And Ramona,
okay.
I want you to weigh in too.
All right.
Okay, so for people who don't know, Cameron is a New Balance client. Cam, do you happen to know who the first basketball player New Balance ever signed was in the early 80s?
No, I actually don't. No.
It's James Worthy, the Laker Hall of Fame.
Wow.
And I'm friends with Worthy. So, okay, here's the ad. You guys both give me your honest opinion. If you think it's corny or stupid, then tell me. All right, so I love the fact that they use Hollywood swinging in your current ad, Cam, where you guys are all having fun and you're passing the ball to each other. So Hollywood swinging starts. You see a close-up of a guy's feet, and he's wearing New Balance shoes, and he gets into the driver's seat of a Sprinter van, and you see that it's James Worthy driving. And he says to two guys walking behind him, and again, you just see the shoes at first, hurry up and get in. We don't want to be late. And then the reveal is that the two guys are Kawhi Leonard and Jamal Murray, and they climb into the Sprinter. Worthy makes a right turn. He picks up you and Sydney McLaughlin, both wearing New Balance. You guys get in, fist bump everybody. Worthy then turns, and you say, there he is, and you point, and he turns again, and Shohei gets in. And you guys all fist bump. So at this point, all the audience knows is that all six people are going someplace, and they're all excited, and they're all wearing New Balance. Then Worthy starts following a bunch of signs, and all it is a New Balance logo with an arrow, like turn left, turn right. And then the reveal is that all six of you, the reason you're so excited is you have seats in Coco Gauff's box to watch her defend her title at the U.S. Open. And then Coco walks in front of the box and says, with you guys all in the box in the background, New Balance, we've got now, right now. And we run it on the opening night of the U.S. Open. What do you think? Be honest.
I think that's really well thought out. You went into depth with that.
Seriously.
I really like it. Let's put you on the marketing team. Let's get you connected.
I'm like, that's pretty good, John.
This is my girl. I love Coco, so that's a great idea.
Momo, don't you think that'd be good?
Yeah, I like that. And also, Cam, just full disclosure, John is in Idaho right now at his vacation house. So he's playing golf and has a lot of time to think things up like this. And he's also very excited that you were going to be on the show today.
Yeah. And big fan of yours, Cameron. I'm really, really happy the Sparks got you and that you get to play.
I appreciate it.
You get to play here.
Okay, so while we have her here, John,
we got 2 more minutes.
She has many, many talents, one of which is impersonation, correct?
Is this when you made Kawhi laugh?
Yes.
Okay, so do your best Kawhi laugh.
And do you have any others besides the Kawhi laugh?
I can do my Kawhi laugh for you. I can do that.
All right.
It's a the robot laugh.
The fact that you made him laugh should make you feel really good. I mean,
I know.
He's got a really good sense of humor. As anyone can tell you that's been around him.
Yeah.
No, give me my thought. I'm a goofball. So
yeah. I mean, listen.
Not just him. I make people laugh.
And let me tell you that Kawhi is not. He doesn't laugh. Like, I've tried at press conferences before, and there's the Kawhi.
There's the laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes like, I remember last year I said to him, I go, hey, you've had a really healthy season this year. You're playing, much better. What's the biggest difference between last year and this year? And he goes, not tearing my ACL.
Yeah.
That's Kawhi.
Sounds like him. All right, so Cameron, before we let you go, what you're learning? For people who don't know, Cameron grew up in Oregon. By the way, your parents work for Nike. Steph is the face of Under Armour. How did New Balance even get you? They just must have given you the best deal, right?
I just love New Balance. What can I say? They are my ride or die. So just everything happens for a reason.
Good. All right, so what do you like about L.A. so far? Have you found a place to live yet?
Yeah, I love where I live. It's been great.
Don't tell anyone where you live, Cam. They'll all show up at your door.
Cameron,
don't worry.
I
wasn't
not even an area. and
yep.
Also, the Sparks, big game coming up tomorrow. I know we're all hyping this up on ESPN. Sparks, Indiana Fever, number 1 versus number 2. How are you feeling about it?
So great. I think it's good for the game. We'll have a big crowd. Caitlin's my girl. I'm excited to see Caitlin. I'm excited to see my teammate, Lexi Hole. She played at Stanford as well.
Yep.
And, I just think it's going to be a really good one. So I hope people tune in.
Well, Cameron, we really appreciate you doing this. We know that you're getting pulled in a lot of different directions, but we're excited to be able to watch you play on a regular basis, and we're rooting for you already. So keep it up.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
5, 6, 7, 8. Woo!
So my niece, Momo,
can we get some Stanford music?
My niece is 16.
Yeah.
It was her 16th birthday yesterday, and when she heard we were having Cameron Brink, her eyes flew wide open.
Yeah.
She goes, I want to be her.
Totally.
I go, really? You want to be 6'4"? She goes, absolutely. You got to get a picture with Cameron, Momo, because
I know.
She's like 1.5 foot taller than you.
So
right?
my best picture with like a very tall women's basketball player is me and Liz Cambage. I'll send it to you.
Right.
Liz Cambage is like 6'7", 6'8", and it's pretty good.
Seen the picture
I'm 5'2", so I'll send you that one. Cam,
have you ever seen the picture of Cameron and Kevin Hart?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, it's very funny.
I think I might be taller than Kevin Hart.
I think you might be too.
Yeah.
All right, so we jumped right in with Cameron Brink. When we come back, all the other stuff, including how your Momo, as she mentioned, had an All-NBA vote. Those things came down. Latest on the Lakers coaching search. We'll get into it all next. Momo's here, Laura's here, Brian's here. Mason in Ireland, ESPN LA.